Well, hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another live cooking session. I'm your host, Maggie's Delight, and I'm welcoming you to today's live session. Okay, so as you come in, kindly say hi and tell us where you're watching us from. We're coming to you live from Houston, Texas, the bright and sunny city. Today we are at 82 82 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. So, hello everyone. Welcome to this live session. As you come in, kindly tell us where you're watching us from. We're coming to you live from Houston, Texas. So, welcome. We are going to give 3 minutes. We start exactly at 12:05. Going to give a couple of minutes so that others can jump in and say hello and hi. Hello, welcome. Let's say hello and hi. As you come in, please kindly tell us where you're watching us from. We are coming to you from Houston, Texas, the beautiful city of Houston. It's quite sunny today. We are at, what did I say, 82 degrees. Woo, 82 degrees. Okay, welcome. Welcome. We're going to give a few minutes for others to join in. As you come in, kindly tell us where you're watching us from. How is it going today? Is it morning? Is it noon? Is it night where you're watching us from? Mm, okay. Emma is here. Welcome, Emma from MD. Welcome. Good to have you, Emma. How is MD today? What's the temperature like today? We are at 82 degrees here in Houston. So what's MD like today? We're gonna give a couple of minutes and then we're going to be kicking off. Yeah, Emma, how is MD today? What's the temperature like today? Okay. We'll be kicking off soon. Welcome. This is Maggie's Delight. Welcome to another wonderful cooking session. We'll give about a minute more before we start cooking. Okay. Oh, you're at 79. Woo! You guys must be jubilating, right? Because 79 is, I know, it's a big deal. 79. Oh, wow. That's nice. It's really bipolar weather indeed. Ah, that's nice. That's nice. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. As you join in, please kindly tell us where you're watching us from. We're coming to you live from Houston, Texas, and we are at 82 degrees. So, where are you watching us from? And what's the temperature like where you are? Okay, welcome. God bless you, Carol L.O. Okay, Carol LOAH6K1Q. Welcome. Okay, yep, yep, yep. Give us a minute. I'll be telling us soon. Give us a minute. I'll be telling us soon. Andre Walden, thank you. Oh, you're a good cooker. Thank you so much. Okay, just say Carlo. Oh, it's Carlo. Oh, sorry. I read Carlo. Oh, sorry, Carlo. Okay. Okay, Carlo, where are you watching us from? Okay. So we are kicking it off right now. Okay. 1 minute. And there we go. Okay. So thank you everyone from joining. Oh, from the Philippines. Carlo. Oh my. Thank you so much for joining us. What part of the Philippines? Is it Manila? Oh wow. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, we are going to go straight into our live, into what we are cooking today. Today we are going to be going to our neighboring country here, and that would be Mexico. Have you had any Mexican dish before? Let me hear you say something in the comment section. Today we are cooking beef enchilada. It's a Mexican dish, okay? And it's something I tried out 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved it. My family loved it. So this year, I'm all into challenging people to try out something a little bit different than your regular food that you eat. So today, I'm going to be doing beef enchilada. It's a very, very simple meal to prepare. And before much I do, I'm going to flip the camera because I am the one in front and behind the camera. So I'll be doing some flip. And so you have to bear with me. So let me show you our ingredients right away. Okay. Now this is our simple beef enchilada setup. Nothing. So um here we have ground beef. This is 1 pound of ground beef. Okay, we're going to be using this ground beef. Next, we have corn. We have black beans. We have some cheese. I For the cheese choice, you can use whatever cheese goes well with you. Okay. I sometimes use cheddar cheese, but this Monterey Jack cheese is really like my husband's favorite because it doesn't have that sharp, sour, salty taste. So I'm using this one this time around. Then, of course, you can't talk about enchilada without bringing in the tacos. Okay, so or the tortillas. I beg your pardon. So I have here flour tortillas. I have some spices here: black pepper, white pepper. This is rosemary. I just keep it simple, and some uh, cubes, and of course, I some salt to go with that. Now, before I cooked beef enchilada before, I originally tried it with the enchilada sauce. It has this red enchilada sauce that people normally will cook the meal with it. So this is store bought. If you're cooking it for the first time, you might want to try the enchilada sauce and see how it goes before making your own adjustments. I did try the enchilada sauce before. I like it, yeah, but I prefer a regular pasta sauce. So that's why I'm going with this marinara pasta sauce. Any sauce can do, and you can also prepare your enchilada tomato sauce from scratch. So these are the ingredients, and this is going to feed my family of. I have a family of five, three children, of course, and my husband. The last one is only 7 months, so she is not going to be eating a big portion. So this is typically like to feed four people. Maybe I would say that. Okay. So this is, let me show us our budget. You can see how much is beef, where you come from or where you shop from. Okay, what are the two cubes on the plate? These are, yeah, there's a close up, is a Maggi seasoning cube. You see like the bouillon cube? Yeah. So this is the seasoning cube. Any seasoning cube, any seasoning you have will do. Any beef seasoning, but we are so used to this one. Cameroon, where I originally come from, we use these a lot, the Maggi cube. So any seasoning cube you have will do. Okay. So this is 1 pound of ground beef. It goes for $7.87. And then this is our cheese. Our cheese is $1.87. This marinara sauce is $1.98. And then the beans or the the flour tortillas, they are, this is soft circle 10 medium. That goes for $1.74. And then I have the corn that goes for 76 cents, and the black beans that goes for 86 cents. So this meal or these ingredients you see right here cost our $15. So this is a $15 meal, and to feed a family of four with a beef dish, because this is the most expensive ingredient here. With the beef dish is actually very, very affordable. So here we do affordable, nutrient rich meals that are family approved. So without much ado, we're gonna get cooking. The first thing I'll do is to cut this open and start seasoning. I first did beef enchilada when we had a class project where we had to do a 1 pot meal. Yeah, I'm a nutritionist by educational training. We had to do a 1 pot meal and make some adjustments for a patient that has undergone heart surgery. So this our beef. So we had to do a 1 pot meal. I'm going to bring it over to the side of the cooker. We had to do a 1 pot meal, and you had to choose what you want to cook. So I decided to try this beef enchilada recipe, and I didn't quite know what much to expect. Since it was a 1 pot meal, I said, okay, why not give it a try? And it was amazing. I loved it. My husband loved it. And since then, it has become a staple meal in the home. Okay, so I'm just going to start prepping our beef. Okay. I normally would coming with some ginger and garlic cloves as well. Like 3 cloves should do, and 3 garlic cloves should do. I'm just going to quickly grate that, and a little bit of ginger. If you're using a teaspoon measurement, you can just do like a quarter or half a teaspoon of each, and it should be fine. Now, in the original enchilada recipe, some people use oregano and other spices. So I just advise use whichever spices your taste buds are very, very comfortable with. So the meat is going to start cooking, as you can see. And then I'll just quickly grate this into it. Thank you so much for joining us. As you come in, kindly tell us where you're watching us from. And we are coming to you live from Houston, Texas. So if you have what they call it, if you have dried ginger, dried garlic, it will do. Yeah, so you can always just go with that. So I will just grate it like that. Some people actually chop it. I like to grate it or get it totally crushed in a food processor. Okay, there we go. Of course, I'm going to add put in some salt for seasoning. Half a teaspoon of salt should do. Remember, we are going to be doing cheese, especially if you're using a very salty cheese. You don't want to put a lot of salt. A quarter teaspoon, up to and maybe even a pinch, depending on your preference at that time. So I'm just going to pan cook this beef. So I'm going to add in my black pepper. Oops. White pepper. I once had a comment. Someone was asking, why do I use black and white pepper? Because he said he's never used, and this is rosemary, by the way. He's never used white pepper before. I said where I grew up, or I'm originally from Cameroon, we use both. Okay, it's just part of our seasoning foundation, if I can put it as way. Yes, so especially when we're cooking beef kind of dishes, you just use the black and the white pepper like that. So if you're joining us, we're coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Oh, Edward from Germany. Thank you so much, Edward, for joining. How is Germany today? I can see Cynthia is watching from South Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. How is South Africa today? What's the weather like? We are at 82 degrees Fahrenheit here, by the way. So Houston is a hot and warm city. It's been raining a couple of days before. Like yesterday, it rained all day, but today it's quite sunny and we like it. Okay, so we are cooking beef enchilada. Beef enchilada is a Mexican dish that is made with beef wrapped in taco or tortillas, wrapped in tortillas. And the beef, so we're making the beef filling or the tortilla filling. Okay, they typically put black beans and sweet corn and use an enchilada type of sauce. This is what the enchilada sauce will typically look like. You see the name enchilada, like that. This is what the sauce will look like, but I'm not using the sauce today. I'm just going with a regular pasta sauce. And if you're trying the dish for the first time, yeah, you try it. Go ahead and try in the sauce, or you can make your own tomato sauce from scratch, or you use any pasta sauce. Okay, so the beef is going to get cooked pretty quick. I'm going to add in onion powder, or well, still, I'm going to add in grated onion. I'm just going to add in like a teaspoon of grated onions. While some people will take out the meat and fry, chop onions and fry the onions, if you have chopped onions, this is the time to go in with them. I'm not going to be chopping onions because my husband doesn't like to see or grind chopped onions. So, because he'll be eating this meal, I'll just grate the onion. Yeah. So I have like a teaspoon of grated onion here. You can just chop some onions and add them at this time. That'll be good. We're building flavor right now and just letting all of that sit in and cook slowly. So while that is cooking, I'll go ahead to open up my cans. I have black beans and I have corn. So I'll empty this. I'll open them up and then get them ready for cooking. Now these beans, we'll just add them in the pot like so, because they are already like ready to go. So you just want to stir that beef from time to time. I know someone is already salivating behind you. You know the deal. You know. Okay. Okay. Now, when you get your cans open like so and like so, the first thing you want to do is to wash this off. You're going to strain them in the strainer and you rinse it off, because most of these come in salty water. Now, we're going to have that discussion another day, but when you see a can like this and you don't see without salt or no salt added, it means it definitely has some salt in it. And this is going to be the proof. Do you see that? Sodium, 300 milligrams. So, likewise here. So we're going to be talking about the nutrition label in the second half of our presentation. You see, sodium 410. So if you're going to use these as is, you're going to be loading your food with a lot of salt. So when you open it, you're going to strain it and rinse out the grains. That way you're going to wash off almost all of the salt that was put in them to preserve them in the can. So I'm just going to rinse them like that. So thank you for joining. Today we are doing beef enchilada. It is a Mexican one pot meal. It's super quick, delicious, and very, very budget friendly as well. This meal today is going to feed 4 people, and it cost us only $15 for a beef dish that fits 4 people, you can understand that that is quite affordable. Okay, so just rinse off. Okay, now I have my grains rinsed off. So what happens here is right now you can go ahead and add a little bit of your sauce, the sauce that you're going to be using. Hi, Mommy Yvonne, welcome all the way from Canada. How is Canada today? What's the weather like? Okay, so at this point, you're going to put in some of the sauce that you are using for the meal. If you are using the enchilada sauce, we are cooking beef enchilada. It is a Mexican dish made with tortillas wrapped with beef and some vegetables like beans and corn. So this is the typical enchilada sauce, red sauce. You can store bought and you can get it from the grocery store, or you can make your own sauce from scratch, or you can use any regular pasta sauce because I've tried all of them. Today I'm going in with this marinara pasta sauce. I just like the taste, so I'm going in with it. So I'm going to add a little bit of the sauce to cook with the beef. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to add our corn and beans. Okay, you have to wash your corn and your beans to rinse out excess salt. I won't be using the entirety of both cans, so I'm using half of that. This is what I got. It's coming out beautiful. Okay, have you had beef enchilada before? Okay, there it is. So while waiting for that to cook up a little bit, the next thing I will do is at this juncture you can also add any fresh vegetables that you have, cilantro, parsley. I mean for extra produce. Okay. So if you have some of them that are if you have some of them readily available, this is the time you want to add that. So this beef enchilada is going to serve my family of 5, though it's actually 4 people that are gonna eat it because my last is only 7 months, so there is really not much she can eat. She is gonna be eating a teeny tiny serving of mommy's from mommy's dish. Okay, so this meal cost us $15 at Walmart. So you may want to add some produce. This is totally optional. You can still let it be, but the greener the better, right? Okay. So I'm going to let that cook for a bit. Oh, we are fine, but it's windy. Oh, I see. It will be great. So how much is a pound of beef at the grocery store where you shop? Anyone takes note of how much is the beef at your grocery store? Look at that. This meal, it's not only delicious, protein rich, it is time saving. Busy mom, take note of this recipe. You'll thank me. You will thank me. Okay, like this, we're almost there. Okay. So I'm gonna bring us back to our prep section. Let me turn down the heat a little bit. The corn and the beef are already, and the beans are already like free, almost ready. So I'm just mixing to get all the spices marry in nicely. So I'm gonna bring us back here. Okay. Now this is our cheese. We're using Montreal Jack cheese, and like I mentioned, you can use cheddar cheese or any cheese of your choice. There are even some other Mexican cheeses. I mean, whatever cheese you're conversant with is good. I'm using this one particularly because it doesn't have a sharp sour taste, and my husband also likes this one very much because he's not a traditional cheese eater, or he has not learned to eat cheese. I wouldn't mind cheddar, sharp, aged, whatever version of it. So we're going to grate our cheese, and I'm using this side of the grater to blend the cheese. Okay. I'll just go like so. Okay. Give me a minute. I need to get, let me get the large board. Like so. So we're just going to grate it like so. You see? So we just, hi Sissy. Thank you so much for joining. By the way, that's my classmate. We come way, way, way from secondary school. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you so much for joining. Hope the MD is doing you guys good this morning or this afternoon. Yes, it won't be toasted. I'm just going to microwave it in a minute. I'll show you how I do it. Yeah, I'll be microwaving it in a minute. So this is it, and we are almost done. I tell you, we are almost done with this meal. Hi, Bonksy. Oh my. That's my brother from another mother. Thank you so much for joining in. How is Douala today? Okay, that's our cheese. I will just set it aside. Now for the, okay. Okay, now for the tortillas. There's always the heating instructions at the back of it. If you want to use the oven, those are the instructions. If you want to microwave, which is what I usually do, to remove tortillas from the package, place 2 to 4 tortillas between damp paper towels, and then you microwave for 20 to 30 seconds. That's how I normally do it. So I'm going to bring out my paper towels. So you're going to put the tortillas in between the paper towels. So, and they say they should be damp. So I'm just going to sprinkle some water on this. Or you can just do some water and you squeeze it. It's still fine. Okay, now they're good. So I'm going to take it out like so. Yep. And then okay, when beef is ready, open up the okay, so in between like that. So I'm just gonna put it in the microwave. Like so. Let's get some a little bit like that. And like so. So that's 5. And I'm gonna use one more to cover it up. Gonna damp it. Okay, I'm going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds. That's the cooking instruction. Okay, so I just turned the the stove off because my beef is ready as at this junction. The next thing, so our beef filling, so this is our filling. It's ready. Smells great already and it looks great. Okay. The rest is gonna be just some work of art. I'm gonna bring it to the side. So this is it. Practically, I'm going to transfer it here and then load in the next batch. And then during that time, I'll start doing the wrap. Okay. Yeah, KJ, welcome, 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 my brother. How are you doing? How is Douala today? Okay. So this is it. I'm going to load in the next batch and put them in the microwave again for 30 seconds. And then in that time, I will start wrapping the enchilada up. So have you had beef enchilada before? We are doing beef enchilada today. Beef enchilada is a Mexican dish that is made by wrapping tortillas with beef filling, and that beef filling typically consists of beef, some corn, black beans, and vegetables. Some people even add bell peppers. So when it comes to vegetables, you can never really go wrong. I mean, a vegetable fiesta will be good. So I'm putting this in the microwave again for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to bring out my casserole dish. These meals typically go with a casserole dish like that. These are glass fortified or strengthened for cooking in the oven. So if you want to do beef enchilada or other casserole dishes, you need a casserole dish like this. They are good for your one pot meals. Okay. So right now we are going to wrap it all up. This is our dish. That's our. So I'm just going to put a little bit of vegetable oil at the bottom, just to help us not get the enchilada sticking at the bottom. So I'm just going to grease the bottom with that, like so. I'll just spread it all over. Just grease the pan with some of that oil. So at this time, I'm going to get my oven set. Depending on how hot your oven is, you can bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes. But my oven is super, super hot, so I just set it at 320. So once you're done, I'm going to take some of the pasta sauce and just put it at the bottom like that. Then I will use a spatula and just spread it like so. Just spread it like so. Okay. Now this is where our work of art come in. I'm going to shift it to the side. These are our tortillas. These are our filling. And this is our cheese. Now it's time to wrap the enchilada up. Let me give myself some space. So I'm going to put this together with, I'm going to bring out the others from the microwave as well. They should be ready. So here we go. You bring out one enchilada, one tortilla like this. You get a spoon. And just scoop. If I'm talking to my Cameroonian population, I would just say chargé. And then you chargé. Like that. Put in a little bit of our cheese on top of it. A little bit. And then we wrap like so. And then you put it in the dish like that. And we go again. We bring our tortilla. I put about 2 spoons full. Get a little bit of the cheese. And then we wrap it. like that. Nice, right? Ah, and my mom just joined. Hi, mommy. That's my mom. Mom Rita, welcome. Thank you for joining. We are doing beef enchilada. It's a Mexican dish. It's made by wrapping. It's made with tortillas wrapped with beef filling like this. So we put the tortilla, we add some cheese, and we wrap it up like so, and then put it in a casserole dish because it's going to be baked. Okay. Then, so we just continue doing this over and over in a loop. So we load our beef. We grab a little bit of cheese. You wrap and we put it in like so. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my. Hi, Junior. That's my brother. Thank you for joining. How is Douala? I said hi to my brother from another mother. This is my brother from the same mother. Thank you so much for joining in. How is Douala today? Oh yes, Mommy Fun is asking if I can post the recipe or give the link. Sure, I will post the recipe and give a link. I have this beef enchilada, I think on a short, but I'm going to check. Definitely will do that. Drop us a link so that we can follow up. I'll do that. So we put our beef, we add some cheese, and then we close. Okay, like so. We are almost there. So have you had any Mexican dish before? Anything with taco, burritos, whatever? If you have, let me see. Let me see you indicate in the comment section. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yes, there'll be space for another one. Because we have 3 more left, but I guess we'll have space for just 2 more. Okay, our oven is preheating. So okay. So we wrap and then we just put it in. I think I'll put one. Okay, that's the oven. It's signaling that it's ready. Okay, almost in time. So we put a little bit of cheese on top of it and then we just wrap. This thing got stuck together, so that's why you see some of the edges got peeled up like that. Okay. And then I have one more. This one I'll just try to bend it to get in. Okay. So if you're joining us, this is beef enchiladas. Enchilada. It is a Mexican dish made from tortilla and beef filling like this, which is typically contains. Okay, I'll just struggle for that one to get in like that, and there we go. Now, what some people do when they have leftover beef filling, they can just spread it on top because see, this is all of the beef filling that is left. So if you were able to get everything in, no problem. If you didn't, you can just spread it on top like that. It's still fine. So I'll just spread the rest like that. If everything got in, fine. Okay. So the next thing is the rest of your sauce. You're just going to spread it on top of the entire. So you're just going to spread the sauce like so. The rest of your pasta sauce. And like this, we are going to have this cook for the next 15 to 20 minutes. But before we go there, the rest of our cheese, we're going to sprinkle it on top as well, like so. So what is your favorite cheese? If you actually love eating cheese, what would be your favorite cheese? Okay, this is our casserole. It's filled up. Now we're going to put it to bake for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, and I'm going to set a timer. So while that is cooking, we are going to go on to nutrition education segment of the program. Okay, so I'm going to set our timer for 15 minutes, for 20 minutes. So while that is cooking, we are going to be having a talk. Let me clear up this space. Okay. And that's it with our one pot meal. You just wait for it to cook and then we are good. All right. So now our enchilada is in the oven, is getting baked. We are going to have a little nutrition talk, and I will also do a little bit of demonstration. So if you were here, oh, Mommy, you said Cheddar. Oh, cheddar cheese. I love cheddar cheese as well. It has this sharp sour taste that I like, but my husband doesn't like it. So sometimes I just have to do it with this Monterey cheese, which is having like a bland taste and goes well for his taste bud. Okay, my mom says never. Okay, you've never had a beef uh, a Mexican dish before. Okay, this is a good one to try. I'm trying to look at those that came in that I didn't say hi to. Tambes H90. Hi. Thank you for joining. Where are you watching us from? Okay. Cynthia says the mixture looks like conchav. I knew someone was going to say that. I just knew. Yes. So just think of it like this is glorified, fortified, and Ajebola is conchav. Okay. So I'm going to we if you were here last week or last live or you watched the replay, we were talking about nutrition labeling. The first aspect to healthy eating or to eating well is nutrition education. When you know exactly what you are eating and what is contained in what you are eating, then you can nourish yourself better. Okay. So I will just bring some products here and we're going to look at the nutrition label and try to make one or two explanations from there. Okay, so uh, let me come with my favorite cashew nut. I'm going to bring a couple of products. Okay, it is part of the nutrition policy for food producers, manufacturing companies to actually tell the clients or the consumers what exactly is in the products that they are eating. Because if somebody knows what they are eating, they can make a decision, an informed decision on what they should eat. Knowledge is always better. Hmm? Okay. Now I'm going to bring my favorite cashew nut here. Ooh, from last live. You see? It's a little bit. So this section of your food package, how many of us actually read this section of the food package? Let me see. If you do, put a 1. If you don't, put a 2 in the comment section. Let's go, let's go, let's go. If you usually look at nutrition facts, this section of your food package, whenever you buy a product from the grocery store, can I see a 1? If you don't, if you never do, let me see a 2. And if you do sometimes, put a 3. Okay, good. My mom says she does. Oh, okay. Not all times. Okay, yeah. So, okay. One do not all times. Okay, it says never. Okay, those of us that put we do look at it. What do you actually understand entirely or in part what you see? How comprehensive? Do you actually understand what they write here, or just like okay, they put something? Put a 1 for yes, you understand. Put a 2 for I don't understand, and a 3 for midway. So when you look at this, do you actually understand what it means? Okay, only says yes. Do you actually understand what it means? Okay, so it is compulsory by the is a compulsory policy that manufacturers should indicate nutrition facts on the product so that the consumers are not deceived, okay? So that they can be informed of what they are eating. Tomorrow, you shouldn't blame a company that you did not know their product contains so and so and so, and that's why you didn't, and that is why you develop whatever you develop from eating their product. So they have to do that. Okay. When you take a food product, the first thing you see is the serving size. We did a little demonstration last time about serving size. I will not do too elaborate, but I'm just going to I will just do a brief demonstration with just this package. So this whole pack, of course, I've eaten quite a bit of it, so it's not entirely, there was more than this, okay? So this entire pack contains 40 servings per container. So when they say serving size, it doesn't mean this entire package is 160 calories. No, they say this entire package has 40 servings. So let me bring out my calculator. When they say the entire package has 40 servings, it means that if you eat this entire package in one sitting, which I would really doubt and really not recommend to eat this entire thing in one sitting, is 160 times 40. Did you see that? That is 6,400 calories. If you eat all of this in one sitting, that's how much you have eaten. Now, it has 40 servings, and then the next thing that they will always tell you is, what is a serving size? One serving size is 1 ounce. If you have a food measuring scale, kitchen scale, you can calculate one ounce, which is equivalent to 28 grams, or about 15 pieces. Okay, 15 pieces is easy to calculate, right? Let's go. Let's pour in some of this cashew nut here. $15 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Did you see that? This is what is 160 calories. Just this, 15 pieces. Which means that it's about this handful. Okay? So this is 150 pieces, 160 calories of this entire pack. Now, do we only eat this? Nope. When we want to eat, how do we do it? We sometimes put maybe a bowl full, right? So when you don't know how much you are eating, it becomes difficult for you to track what you are eating. That is why you have the 7 sizes that are stipulated there to give you a guide. Now that you know that 15 pieces, of course, you won't go every time you want to eat your cashew and count out 15 pieces. So what some measures to help you measure properly your food. Now you can see that 15 ounces is like a handful. So if you know that a handful of this is about 160 calories, you might say, okay, I'll eat 2 handfuls, which is 330 calories. But if you don't know, you might just sit in one sitting and eat 1,000 calories coming only from this. So that is nutrition information. Now, the other thing I want you to look at is the same everywhere. You see, this is a packet of rolled oats. It has 30 servings per container, and its serving size is what? Half cup, which is 150 grams. So if you eat half a cup of oats, that gives you 150 calories. And half a cup of oats will give you that. So if you have your measuring cups, this is okay. Give me a minute. I use that cup to put in some oil. So this is the standard USA half a cup. So I would advise or encourage us to get ourselves some these measuring tools, because when you do it once or a couple of times in a month, you just get used to it. So this is half a cup of oats, which if you put it in the pan, it actually gives you something like this. Okay, so if you don't have these measuring cups that come in a set of cup, half cup, a quarter cup, it's a good thing to get them so that you familiarize yourself with measurements that can you now have it in your mind, and then you cannot use your regular cups at home to be able to do your measurements from there forth. Then you also have this other information. Now, when you take your package, you have your calorie count. You also have the proximate composition, which is the main nutrients in your food. You have your total fat. You have whether it tells you whether you have cholesterol in it or not, how much sodium you have, how much carbohydrates. You see, we're talking about dietary fiber here over and over, how important dietary fiber is, especially to gut health. You all know that, I mean, we teach that dietary fiber is essential for gut health. It enhances the beneficial microorganisms in your body, which helps digestion and which helps your overall immunity. So when you take your food package, don't just hurry up to go and eat them. Just have a look at this information. See how much potassium it has. See how much calcium it has. This one has 0, none of that, because it is a cashew nut. Of course, we don't expect it to have a lot of that. You see our rolled oats here. You see how much fat is having. You see how much of dietary fiber it's having. It's having up to 4 grams of dietary fiber, which is 14%. It means if you eat this half cup of oats, it means if you eat this amount of oats in that one serving, you would have had 14% of the dietary fiber that is recommended for you for that day by just eating this half cup. That's what these percentages mean. When they say daily value means the amount that you're supposed to have of that particular nutrient in a day. Let's take a look at our cashew nut. 1 serving of our cashew nut, which is what? The 15 pieces we counted, right? It gives us 17% of our daily value, which means that this cashew nut is a high source of fat. Is it the bad fat? I will say this trans fat is 0. This is really the bad fat, the super bad fat, okay? So for this total fat, it gives us 17% of it, which means that if you're going to sit and eat like 5 servings of this, 5 servings, like you put your cashew nut in a bowl to go and eat, right? Imagine you put your cashew nut in a bowl, which is like maybe 4 to 5 servings. Okay. That is 17 times 5 parts of that. It means only from the cashew nut, you've eaten 85% of what your fat intake should be like for that day. And of course, this will just be at snack time. You see that you still have other foods that you're going to eat that are going to contribute to fat, right? So these are what these values that you see mean. Okay? When we understand that this is the implication of what I am eating, it helps you to make informed decision. The purpose is not to put you in bondage or to deny you the pleasure of eating your favorite food, is so that you can make informed decisions. When you know, you can be able to put yourself under certain discipline to be able to eat right. That's the whole essence of why we give you all this information. So when you pick up a product, try to read your nutrition label. Don't just hurry up to go and eat it. And these are our can of black beans and whole kernel. There is, I just totally forgot to get the other versions. When you see black beans and whole corn like this, that has no salt added. Just know automatically there is salt in it. It automatically means there's salt in it. And every manufacturer is always encouraged to differentiate the color. You see, this one that has salt in it will always have a blue color. The one that has no salt in it will always have green, a green color, so that from sight you can just pick it up. Now, why? For somebody that is not watching their sodium consumption, that's no problem. Okay? But for somebody that is watching their salt intake or sodium intake, it becomes a very big problem when you are constantly eating the high sodium version of products without you knowing. See, this product, for example, has 300 milligrams of sodium. This one has 410 milligrams of sodium. Whereas there is a no salt added version that has 0. Totally 0. Okay? So when you pick up the product, just turn around and give a quick look. Just see what you are eating. Now, black beans and corn, when we look at the other things that are here, you see how much fiber is in the black beans. This is why black beans is one of the healthiest beans. The healthiest in the whole beans family. You see how much fiber it has? 32%. So if you eat 1 serving, so this cup has 3.5 servings. So 1 serving is half a cup. So by eating just half a cup of these beans, you have made 32% of your required fiber intake. That's what you mean by the daily value for the day. If you eat half a cup of these beans, imagine that you wanted to make maybe some fried black beans. Okay, that's for us. Imagine that you wanted to make a cup of fried black beans and you decided to use this entire can of these beans, or half of this cup of this of half of this can. How much are we talking about? So by eating maybe a can or half a can of these, you may be meeting between 70 to almost 100%, so almost 90% of your fiber intake for that day. This fiber that we are being encouraged to make sure that we eat a lot of whole grains to improve fiber in our diet, and we sometimes have a hard time. One of the ways you're going to be checking fiber in content is just look at how much fiber is in that food that you're about to cook, in that food product that you're going to take. So besides having a good source of protein, it has a good source of fiber. And like I said, you have the zero salt added option, which will give you a 0 sodium and 0 cholesterol as well. And as you can see, this is 0 fat. nutrition education is the first step to eating good and eating our food well. Okay, so that was just a small nutrition talk to encourage us to read our nutrition labels when we buy our food products. And next live, we are going to look at the other aspect about nutrition labeling, which will be what we call the ingredient list. You see this ingredient list, we're going to talk about it in the next live because there is so much to talk about nutrition labels that we cannot do it all in one sitting. Okay, now our beef enchilada is getting ready to come out. I'm just gonna give it 5 more minutes. Okay, so when you look at your nutrition label, please, 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 when you get your food, please, please, please look at your nutrition label. Okay, because that label has everything to do with what, how good you are going to be eating, or what that food is going to be doing in your body. Okay, now it goes with every product, whether it's food, whether it's drink. Just make sure that you are checking your nutrition label. See, for example, this is a packet of whole wheat bread. You see, 100% whole wheat bread. I want to show us the nutrition facts here. You can see 9 servings per container, and a serving is 2 slices, which means 1 and 2 is a serving of this bread. Okay, and when you look at that, it gives you 120 calories. When you zoom in, you begin to see how much protein, you see how much fiber it has here, 3 grams of fiber, which is 11% of your required intake for the day. Now, which means that if you eat 4 slices of this bread, you would have had 22% of your fiber intake for the day coming in from just this bread, which you may probably eat at breakfast, right? So, and the fact that bread is brown doesn't necessarily mean it is whole wheat bread. Please read the label. If you do not see 100% whole wheat, it is not whole wheat bread. That is for people that are looking to increase their fiber consumption by eating whole wheat bread. Because there is honey wheat, there is honey bread or honey wheat, which has some partial wheat and honey. You know, because honey is a natural sugar, it will caramelize to give that brown color. So sometimes you can see a honey bread at the store, and because it's brown, you say, "Oh, that's wheat bread." No. Again, nutrition labeling. Every food company is required to label their wheat product as 100% whole wheat. If you do not see 100% whole wheat, it is not 100% whole wheat. Okay? So, please, these are some of the things that you want to check at the grocery store when you are shopping. The key to proper nutrition is understanding your food label. Okay? And I'll have one more demonstrate. Let me show us another one before we go. Okay, so the same is going to go for our dairy products. Okay, or our fruit juices. Okay, I'm going to do one last demonstration here with our fruit juices. I have some two couple containers of juices here that I just want us to have a look. On another day, we are going to zoom in more on that. Okay, these are couple of what we will get at the store. These two containers are kind of like empty, but I just want to use them for demonstration purposes. Even when you go to the store to shop for your drinks, okay, read your nutrition label. Simply because you see something color doesn't mean that it is what you think it is. Okay, if you do not say 100% juice, it is not 100% fruit juice. Made with natural ingredients doesn't natural flavors added. Made with natural ingredients doesn't tell you how much of this. Okay, 100% fruit juice. Can you see that? And it's always clearly written. It's just us that don't see it, who don't read it. How many here? 20% juice, which means that only 20% of what is in here is actually the core juice. The rest of it is water and added sugars. See this one. How many is this? 1%. This is just what coloring, right? This one has what? 25%. So when you go and pick this one for $1 and this one is being sold at $5, and you'll be like, why is this one so expensive? This is why it's expensive. This is 100%. 100%. This is 1%. Okay, please read your labels. This is 20%. You can see because of its color, you say, oh, it's a mango juice, right? It has only 20% of juice. And here is the other thing that makes you know that it has less juice. You see, your labeling again includes what? 23 grams of added sugar. Are you seeing that? Which means that when you drink 1 serving of this 1 cup, you have taken already 46% of the total amount of sugar that you're supposed to be eating for the day. And guess what? You're still going to eat other things that have sugar. That is why a lot of these diseases and obesity and all of that is happening today is because of too much sugar. Where are these sugars coming from? This is one of the sources. What is added? Okay? When you come to the natural juice, are you seeing it? Includes 0 added sugar. 0. 0. The natural sugar in the juice is, because it would have its natural sugar. Are you seeing that? But it has 0 added. This one is total sugar is 34, and this is what is added, 23 grams. So imagine if you drink 4 glasses of this, you've already consumed all the sugar you're supposed to consume for 1 day, only from this. And guess what? You're going to eat other foods that have sugar. Let's look at this one. How many percent added sugar? 36. 18 grams, which is 36%. So read your nutrition labels. This information is right in front of our eyes, but we are not reading it. Please, when you go to the grocery store, change the way you shop by how much of your nutrition label you're reading. By just reading your nutrition label alone, you can make important food decisions that are going to be beneficial to your health in so many ways. Okay, so next live we are going to be handling another aspect of our nutrition labeling, which will be the ingredient list. When you see the ingredient list, what does it really mean? So in the meantime, our beef enchilada is ready. I'm going to take it out, and we will have our taster come out and let us know if we did good with this one. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing it out from the oven. Okay, if you can come, you. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, so let me see if you have any questions with respect to what I have just talked about. You can just type the questions in the comment section, and I will quickly attempt to answer them. Okay. What do you do with foods that don't have a nutrition label? Example, yam, plantain. Okay. Single foods are really not required by law and policy to have a nutrition label. For these foods, what you can do is you can go online. There are many nutrition uh, apps as well. You have this app they call Chronometer. I'm going to type it in the into the chat. Okay. It's called Chronometer. Chrono like time. Okay. Chronometer. You can create an account there for free. It can also help you to track your food intake. We use it a lot in class. So what happens is you can decide to track your food intake for a week just to give yourself an idea of what you are eating. Okay, if you go to Chronometer and open and create an account, it permits you to be able to put in your food intake. For example, in the morning I ate 4 slices of bread. It has a gigantic store of foods, okay, of reference food. If you cannot see your exact food, you might see a reference food. Okay, in the breakfast I had 4 slices of, this is what, Sara Lee bread, for example. It's gonna pop up. So as you see bread, it's gonna pop up different kinds. You know that your bread, for example, your bread option set, 1 serving size, 1 serving is 2 slices, which is 120. So 1 slice should be 60. So as you see the options pop up, you're going to see the option that popped up for 1 slice of bread for 60 calories. You take it up. How many did you eat? You know, you add with maybe some boiled eggs or some scrambled eggs. How many eggs? You know, so it's gonna, you just tick those things that you ate that breakfast. You drank a glass of milk, 2 glasses of milk, milk chocolate, whatever it is. Just put as much as you just track your eating. So you put everything there. It does the calculation for you. It's going to give you how much of that, how much of what was in the food. So at the end of the day, you might realize that your breakfast that you ate was up to 1,000 calories. Then you begin to say, oh, really? So every morning, this is how much I eat for breakfast. Oh, wow, I didn't know. You now begin to see which foods are giving you high calories and which are not. You start to make adjustments from there. You go to lunch. Oh, I ate tomato sauce and maybe meatballs. How many meatballs? And as you select your foods, it gives you, as you select the foods, you select the options that are closest to it. It will give you all these popular brands. Okay, you select how many of it you ate. You come for snack. What you ate for snack? Maybe I ate a packet of popcorn. I ate maybe 2 cups or 2 handfuls of my cashew nut. You select that option as well. And then for dinner, I ate a slice of pepperoni pizza. The pizza was gonna give you different diameters. From your pizza box, you know how much diameter the pizza box tells you. Is it a 22 diameter pizza box? Did you eat one or two slices out of that pizza box? It's going to tell you that you select it. And then you just see how many calories you have eaten for that day. Then you begin to look at which are the high calorie foods I'm actually eating. Then when you know, you can make informed decision. This is the whole essence of nutrition education. You need to know. If you don't know what you are eating and how much of what you are eating, you might not be able to make appropriate changes. Okay. And also there are other apps like what they call the other one, very well nutrition. Is it very well nutrition? Or you can just go to Google. How many calories are in one slice of yam, or in this thing? Oh, nutritional profile. You can just put nutritional profile of yam, nutritional profile of cassava, nutritional profile of taro, nutritional profile of plantain. Right? When you put it there, it's either going to take you to USDA. I'm going to type USDA as well. Sometimes what I do is plantain nutrition facts USDA, like that. It's going to bring you out the what is the nutrition. It's going to bring you out or take you to the USDA website. USDA is a comprehensive website also for foods, and especially single foods. It's good with single foods, unlike chronometer that is good for already prepared and complex or already cooked food together. USDA gives you nutrition facts for single foods. So when you put in that information like that, it's going to pull out, USDA is going to pull out the information for you. It's going to give you information in grams. You're going to be able to select if you want one cup, 100 grams, half a cup, and other kinds of things. When you do this for a couple of foods that you are eating, you discover that after like 2 weeks, you have a mastery of what each food that makes up your menu or your diet, um, your dietary intake consists of. Okay, then you will be able to navigate around that. Okay, so I hope that information was clear enough. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Very inspiring lesson. I guess. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you so much. Okay. So we're going to do another nutrition talk in our next slide, but I think our food has cooled a little bit. So we are going to have a look at what this delicious enchilada is telling us right now. Okay. There you go. Mhm. Okay. So this is our enchilada. As we can see, it's very, very cheesy, and it's red. So I'm going to take out the plate and just grab a serving. So a serving here would be like one of these. I'm going to compute the entire nutrition information for this and let it be available. And as Omi has asked for the recipe also, I'll try to make that recipe available. Okay. Now this is it. And then I'm going to break open so that you can see. You see that? Okay. Or sometimes I just like to crack it in the middle like that. So, okay. So so there we go. See, it's giving creamy, soft with our veggies. My family loves this particular dish. I tell you, my daughter is going to be my first daughter. She's when she sees a chilada, oh my god, Ibang is so. This is what our meal looks like. Uh, so this, as you just cut through, you just have our everything. You have the cheese, the sauce, the beef, the corn, and the beans. All of that in one take. Hmm, this is good. Trust me, you want to try this beef enchilada. We can't even eat all of this in one sitting. Hmm? This is a $15 dinner, and it's going to serve us for more than one dinner. We're going to eat it more than one time, definitely. Mm-mm. Beautiful. Mm. I know we are all waiting to see our taster, but unfortunately, hmm, he's being held back at work, so you just have to hear it from me. This is tasty, and it is family approved. Okay, very inspiring lesson. Thank you so much, mommy. Thank you all for listening. Okay, Edward. Yeah, thank you too so much. So, yep, they. Let me see if I answered all the questions. If there is any other question that is lurking around. All right, no further question. So, our take home. Thank you all for coming to this live session. Today we make beef enchilada. Beef enchilada is a Mexican dish that is made with tortilla, flour tortilla. Also, all I hear they traditionally made it with corn tortilla. So it's made with tortilla wrapped with beef filling. And this beef we typically have beans, uh, black beans typically, black beans, corn, and some vegetables. Okay. All right. Can we hear me now? Is the sound back? Is the sound back? Okay. Cool. So I said, you can typically, I don't even know where I fell from. All right. Today we had beef enchilada, which is a Mexican dish made with tortilla and beef filling. The beef filling typically has beef, uh, black beans, and corn. Those are the staples I always see in enchilada meals. And then we added some cilantro. You can add whatever vegetables you want. Some people add bell peppers, whatever that goes with you. I just kept it simple. And you can use a typical enchilada sauce like this one, or any regular pasta sauce. I use this marinara pasta sauce, or you can make your own enchilada sauce from scratch. Okay, so without much ado, and we had a nutrition talk on nutrition labeling, encouraging us to read our nutrition label very well to see uh, the nutrients on the nutrition fact board. In that way, if you are watching out for any particular nutrient in your nutrition journey, you can be able to make informed decisions when you see what actually is behind the label. So, thank you so much for coming, and see you in the next live that comes up in 2 weeks' time. So, give this video, I know, a like. I know if I've been commenting. Thank you so much, everyone that has participated, from my very own mother, from Mommy Ifon, from Edward, um, from Cynthia from South Africa, uh, from Junior all the way from Douala, from Bongsi Douala, uh, from my friend Sissy in MD, um, Queen. Okay, I'm just seeing here Queen J's House of Grill. Oh, thank you so much, Queen J, for coming in. I also see there was Carlo from the Philippines. Carlo, thank you so very much uh, for joining in. I also see Joanna Go 08. Ah, she said my favorite enchilada. Oh, thank you so much, Joanna. Thank you so much for joining. Joanna from the Philippines. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, I have a couple of Philippines. Thank you all for coming. And I also had Andrea Walden 1698. Thank you so much for coming in, and Emma, who was the very first person to join from MD. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you had value out of this live. Just have a great day wherever you are, and see you on the next live. Read the nutrition label, be informed, make good decisions. This is a nutrition channel. We make budget-friendly meals that are nutritious, family approved, and that are affordable. And we also do nutrition education. So stay tuned for our next live. Until then, you have a good one, and God bless you. Bye bye.